What is going on, everyone? Misha Wilson here, coming at you on a Monday morning here from the bright and sunny island of Maui, Hawaii. Let me know what your name is and where you're coming in from, and I'll go ahead and get the show on the road in just a minute. Give me a quick yes in the comments box below if you can see me nice and clearly and hear me loud and clear, and I will go ahead and get this show on the road. One to answer, re-answer. I've talked about this topic in the past, but it never seems to get old. And I wanted to go ahead and answer a question from a student, if I can get the lighting right here, that I recently got that came in over the weekend that I think you'll get a ton of value out of. There we go. All right, so give me a quick yes in the comments box below if you can see me and hear me loud and clear. The video's being a little bit funky here. But I'll go ahead and get this show on the road. I don't know what's up here, but I want to talk about the single common denominator in all of our successful students here at SAN and answer a question from one of our members who we had come in over the weekend and when I was working away on Saturday to go ahead and get the new promo and everything launched out. What is going on with the lighting there? There we go. I just won't move and I'll be a statue. So one of the questions that I get asked most often, and one of the questions that's actually one of the better questions that people ask most often is, you know, Misha, you've worked with a bunch of successful students, you've worked with a bunch of people who have created breakthroughs, and unfortunately, you know, you've worked with so many more people who haven't created breakthroughs. You worked with so many more people who haven't necessarily managed to create success online despite working and trying and putting the effort and putting in the energy and really, again, trying to dedicate themselves to the process. And what's the common denominator? What's the common denominator between the people who break through and the people who have success and then the people who continue to stay stuck and struggling and overwhelmed and confused in their business, making little, if any, progress while continuing to work harder and harder and harder in their journey? And I have, again, a unique perspective when it comes to, I've worked with quite a few students. I've worked with, we literally have close to 50,000 people who've purchased the Super Affiliate Network and who've become members of the Super Affiliate Network, maybe even more than that at this point. I've gotten to work with a bunch of different people when it comes to actually working with the Super Affiliate Network. So firstly, students, and then secondly, actually people who have come on board and helped us to work with us to get the business to the next level. And I have kind of a unique insight into what really determines the successful people, what determines, to allow people to become successful, and then what keeps people stuck and struggling and overwhelmed. And the truth is that there isn't some secret, there isn't some traffic secret, there isn't some conversion secret, there isn't that, one elusive thing that when you add it to your strategy online, you'll immediately create success, you'll immediately break through. You'll immediately, start to make $10,000 per month like clockwork, like you're sold to so often. But there is a very simple, not necessarily easy, but a very simple path to go down if you want to create success. And it actually reminds me, the lighting is still kind of funky, it actually reminds me of the book Essentialism, and really talking about the need for focus when it comes to wanting to create progress in one area of your life. So if you haven't read the book Essentialism, I would highly recommend reading the book. Give me a quick one in the comments box below if you've heard of it or if you've read it. And it's one of the better books out there when it comes to creating success, and then also just kind of creating a business and a lifestyle that generates success while, not necessarily sacrificing lifestyle or sacrificing, having a life at the end of the day. So essentially the big common denominator, to answer the question, then I'll get into the lesson from the book. The big common denominator is that every single student out there who has created success, every single person out there that I've worked with who's created success, every single individual who has managed to break through and create success, firstly, they have a crystal clear vision on where they're going, all right? And if they don't have their vision yet, they have to get dialed in on where they're going with their actual vision before they manage to break through and create success. It's a cart before the horse thing. You want to be successful if you don't have a vision, you have to dial in the vision, and then again, you have a place to go. So firstly, they're crystal clear on their vision. At some point in time, they get crystal clear on their vision, And then secondly, the minute they are crystal clear on their vision, they're singularly focused in on moving towards and creating that vision and turning that vision into a reality. All right, they put the blinders on, they get completely and totally focused. They don't let anything stop them from taking daily massive action. They don't let anything stop them from, getting back up. They're not individuals who never get knocked down. They're simply individuals who constantly get back up, and they never let anything stop them from ruthlessly pursuing that vision and turning that vision into a reality. No matter what the setback may be, no matter what the hurdle might be that they have to overcome, no matter what the obstacle may be that stands in their way, whatever it may be, they find a way in order to get over it, get back up if they've been knocked down, or again, just keep going if they haven't seen success yet, because once again, they're crystal clear on their vision and they're 100% committed towards turning their vision into a reality. So it's twofold. And again, firstly, if you don't have one without the other, nothing's going to happen. If you're completely and totally focused, but you don't know where you're going to go, nothing's going to happen. All right? You're going to take a lot of action. You're going to spend a lot of time working. You're going to take a lot of activity without actually producing results to get closer towards that vision. And on the flip side, if you have some grand vision of where you want to go, but you're not focused on getting there, if you're not focused on taking action, give me a quick 2 in the comments box below if you're getting value. If you're not focused on the daily action steps that's actually going to move you towards that vision and get you closer to that vision and allow you to accomplish that vision, nothing's going to happen. All right? You can't dream it into a reality. You can't manifest it into a reality. You can't think about it into a reality. You can't, imagine it being real and then it just becomes real. It's a combination of knowing where you're going and then secondly, taking the action steps to get there in a way that is completely and totally focused and completely and totally distraction free. All right? And that is the single commonality. And it reminds me of, again, a lesson that I learned in Essentialism. And Essentialism, if you haven't read it, check it out. Essentialism, yes, that is correct. And once again, what they talk about in that book is that life can really be broken down into 4 quadrants, all right? You have family, you have friends, you have business, and you have health. So family, friends, business, and health. And if at any point in time you want to make progress in one of those different quadrants, that quadrant obviously needs more focus. And they can essentially break it down. I don't remember exactly, but they break it down to, look, if you want to be the best of the best of the best of the best in the world at something, you have to be singularly focused on that one thing. All right? So if you want to be the most fit person in the world, you're pretty much singularly focused on being fit. If you want to be the most successful internet marketer on planet Earth, you are singularly focused on being the most successful internet marketer on planet Earth. If you want to be, again, whatever it may be, the best in the world at something, you have to be singularly focused on that one thing. If you want to be the best pro athlete in the world, you need to be singularly focused on becoming that best pro athlete in the world. If you want to be successful at something, but you don't care about being the best of the best of the best of the best, what you can do is you can focus on 2 different quadrants. So let's say you want to be hyper successful, but you don't want to give up family life. That's fine. You can be successful. You'll never be the best of the best of the best of the best in the world. There will always be that person who sacrifices everything and works a little bit harder and grinds away a little bit more, and as a result is a little bit better. But again, you can have family life and, again, that other quadrant, whatever it may be, whether you want to be the healthiest family man or whether you want to be the wealthiest family man, or again, friends and family combo, but not healthy and not wealthy, that's fine. But you have to look at the 4 quadrants and you have to understand that if at any point in time you want to really truly commit yourself to the process of becoming one of the best in the world at something, you need to get singularly focused. You need to focus all of your energy on just one of the 4 quadrants. And again, there's a payoff, all right? Work-life balance, that's always the $1 million question. What is work-life balance? And at the end of the day, I mean, this is one of the things I agree with Gary Vaynerchuk on, and I agree with, I think Jack Welch was the guy who Gary Vaynerchuk heard it from. And the truth is there is no work-life balance, all right? There's no such thing as work-life balance. There are simply choices and decisions that you can make and then consequences and benefits of making those choices. So if I choose to work 16 hours a day, that's a choice, that's a decision, and that's not, about balance. I'm not trying to be balanced all the time. And there's going to be certain benefits. I'm probably going to be more successful if I do a few things right, if I focus on the right things during those 16 hours per day. But I won't have the family life. I won't have, the friends. I won't have the social circle that I could have if I was less focused on business. If I focus more on having the friends and having the family and having the social circle, that's a choice and that's fine. That's a decision. But at the end of the day, I probably won't be as successful in my business if I decide to spend most of my time on friends and family and my social circle, right? And so you have to understand that at the end of the day, you have to do what makes you happy. You have to do what, at the end of the day, it's both. I mean, you have to do what makes you happy and you have to do what you have to do to survive, right? But at the end of the day, if you're building a business that you hate, if you're building a business and you hate building a business, if you're in this game and you don't like the game that you're playing, this isn't the right place for you to be. And so understand that there isn't such, a work-life balance formula that you should follow. That is the proven formula that, 60% of your time here, 40% of your time here, and so on and so forth. Understand that there are simply choices and decisions that you can make and that will have consequences and that will have benefits of making those decisions. But at the end of the day, if you're truly committed and if you truly want to become the best of the best of the best at something, you have to cut out 3 of the 4 quadrants. And if you want to get good at something, you have to cut out 2 of the 4 quadrants and stay focused on, again, at least 2 of the 4 to create your breakthrough. And that's the single commonality in every single successful individual that I know of, have worked with, have mentored, have helped create their breakthrough. And really not even just in the business context, in the tennis context, the tennis courts down there, in athletics, in whatever it may be. Again, singular focus is the only common denominator, because at the end of the day, everybody does things a little bit differently. All right, I'm going to run my business a little bit differently than the other 7-figure earner. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. It doesn't mean I'm right. I'm going to hit my forehand a little bit differently than the lefty with a different grip. Doesn't mean I'm wrong, doesn't mean he's right. At the end of the day, it comes down to how focused we are in order to go ahead and achieve our goals and turn our vision into a reality. So that's my formula for you here today. Hope you got a ton of value. Give me some likes, comments, hearts, shares. As always, leave me a quick yes in the comments box below if you guys got value. And I'm going to be headed to Austin, Texas this week to attend an event myself. I always preach the importance of getting to events. We have our event coming up in just about a month in Reno, Nevada. If you haven't grabbed your ticket yet, head over to the superaffiliatenetwork.com/event to grab your ticket right now here today. And I wanted to let you know that I'm not like one of those other gurus out there who constantly preach that you should do this and you should do that and you should do this and you should do that, but then don't actually walk the walk. I tell you to get to the events. I tell you to get to the seminars. I tell you to get to the masterminds. I tell you to invest in coaching and mentorship. I tell you to do all of those things because that's personally what I do each and every single day, and very, 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 very regularly. And I've invested close to 5 figures to go to this event that I'm going to be going to over the weekend. And again, I walk the walk, and I wanted to show you guys what works, and that's where all of my advice comes from. So I appreciate each and every single one of you. I'll do a couple of Facebook Lives from Austin, most likely here in the coming days. And the lighting's been kind of funky here, but I'll give you one little panoramic view. And once again, give me some likes, comments, hearts, shares if you guys got value. And I'll talk to you all very soon. All right, guys, later.